Greetings, world, and greetings, Seven Spot. It is time. Yes, it's time for another virtual and socially distant Sevens. Today, we've got an amazing story. I was just commenting that, this is really the stuff about why I created Seven Spot. It's not just about our cars. It's really about the story of our lives, and how our sevens are the interface that helps us tell our story. To which I'm going to shortly introduce Gary Taylor, who's got a terrific story. But I will say this, that Gary foolishly put some pictures of his Westfield on Seven Spot, which of course made him fair play for me. So I asked him if he'd like to do a live stream, and to my surprise, he immediately responded and said, "Yeah, let's go for it." And I'd like to have a little bit of show notes. So what I did is I asked Gary, how did you come by your seven? Did you buy it or was it a kit? And I also added, congratulations, Gary. You will be the first English person, virtual and socially distanced seven. Congratulations on that. Anyways, he wrote back, ha ha ha, how long have you got? In 1960, my father came back from Germany, the RAF. Him and my mother got settled, and a year later came home with the paperwork after paying for a Lotus 7, to which Mum announced they would need 3 seats. So because of me, Dad never got his 7. Forward on a great number of years, and I built my Westfield as you can see him now. Unfortunately, Dad had just given up his driving license just before the Westfield was legally on the road. I surprised him with a visit, and we went out for the afternoon with 1,000,001 questions. Mum said later that Dad was just sitting waiting for his time, but that afternoon she saw the young car enthusiast that she had married come back. That's why my Westfield carries Dad's name, Tommy. It does choke me up, I'm sorry. To which I am going to turn the microphone and the camera over to you, Gary. Show us Tommy, if you would.
Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. Here we go. Here's Tommy. He's sitting there. It's a Westfield Mazda SDV with clamshell wings, which I know's not to everyone's taste, but it is what we like, and it carries the ethos that my dad wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And as you see, all the way down here,
oh, that's awesome.
So it's here. It took approximately 18 months to build. Sourcing bits as I wanted them. Mm-hmm. I was very particular and wanted more of a classic look, mm-hmm. but with modern touches. So although we have the classic styling, we've got JK composite seats.
Yes.
We have a carbon dashboard with Wi-Fi steering controls.
Wi-Fi steering controls, that's nice.
The steering wheel can come off and you still retain the use of all the buttons.
Fabulous.
To say that we've enjoyed the car is to put it mildly. It's taken us all around Scotland, the length of the UK, and it even took us abroad to Switzerland, where we did 3,500 miles in 2 weeks.
Wow. I love the headlamps. Do you mind if I ask you about those?
No, by all means. We've got these LED headlights, mm-hmm. just to improve the normal 5 3/4 inch headlights.
Right.
About as much use as a candle flickering in the wind.
Yeah.
And of course, had to have a set of carbon fiber balls to go with them. So, like I said, we have classic styling, but with modern upgrades.
Absolutely fabulous. I love it. Of course, I would ask you the pointed question: are you a fan of clamshells, or are you a cycle wing type of guy? But I think I know the answer.
Yeah, definitely clamshells. We started off, and the plan was to make a good touring car.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and myself enjoy the touring. And one of the problems with Cycle Wings is that because we use it in all weathers,
Mm-hmm.
muddy puddles in the side of the road get thrown up, and you only need to see the dirt on the face of your loved one once before you accept.
That's great.
Um, so yeah, I mean, it's a love story,
Uh-huh.
a story of memory, if you like.
Yeah.
Like I said, and like you read out, Dad had served in the RAF, took part in rallies, go-karting, circuit racing back in the day.
Yeah.
Then when they came here and got settled, the
Yes.
first thing he did was put the deposit down and paid for his Lotus 7. And as you read out, I was the reason he didn't get one. So we're building it. We managed to keep it away from my dad.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, he lost his license. Well, he turned it in. And the day was done when the car was legal, and I'd normally go down on a Sunday, and I said no, I wouldn't be down that weekend, and Mum knew.
Uh-huh.
So down the road, turned the engine off quietly, rolled into the drive and rang the doorbell. And of course, Mum made an excuse why Dad had to answer the door, and from a man that was sat and had really given up on life, we really went to a point where one of the things with dementia is they remember things from the past very well. And so a Lotus 7, that was right up the street to get him excited and back doing things.
Oh, that's where the 1,000 questions came from.
Oh yes, he wanted to know how I built it, what engine was in it, what we'd done, where we were going, why he hadn't been told. And then, of course, he had to be taken out in it. And yeah, a mother and a wife being very protective, she says, now, just take care. And we got about 100 yards, and my dad leant across and he said, I thought I taught you better than that. So we had rather a spirited drive that afternoon.
Very good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What a terrific story. Oh, that's just awesome. I love your car.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, I don't have words. It's just, this is the stuff that we all live for on Seven Spot. At least I do, because we can all compare the nuts and bolts and the tires and the carburetors and the fuel injection and everything else of everybody's seven, but it's the stories, it's the connection. This is fabulous.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and to share. I really don't know what else to say, but that's my story, and that's Tommy's story.
Oh, that you don't have to say more. I mean, I'd like to say thank you, Gary, for doing this with us, because as I said, as soon as you sent me that note on Messenger and I read it, said I've got to include this in the show, because this is really what it's all about. And to which I am going to put us both back into the screen. And here we are, myself and Wendy, after after hearing your wonderful story. And to which, I am going to say, for all of us at Seven Spot, I'm going to say, awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. And I really look forward to more of your input that you put in on Seven Spot, because your photographs are great. And having the opportunity to share this story with everybody, it's just like, I'm so touched. Thank you so much, Gary. It's just absolutely fabulous.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
All right. And you've laid yourself open now. You can expect to be pestered by us more and more and more. And who knows, you may be virtually and socially distant in your seven again on Seven Spot.
No problem, but it's a very addictive hobby, and I'm in the middle of building a second one just to keep myself busy.
Now, is that the other one that I the Haynes Roadster that I saw on your YouTube channel?
No, that was the first ever one that I built from nuts and bolts.
That one was chunky. It had a nice sound. I'm gonna, when we're finished here on Seven Spot, I'll post your YouTube channel if that's all right with you.
By all means, yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely fabulous. All right, Gary, I am going to say thank you so very much again, and I'm looking forward to more of this. You have yourself a great day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.